Hi, we are the Fischer International Data Mining team. My name is Shawn Reece,
My name is Brandon Babcock.
and we're going to talk about our class diagram. We split the class diagram up into two parts. One will show the contents of the classes themselves, and then the other part will show the relationships. We're going to spend more time on the relationships here. So the main will use the select files controller, where that class will take advantage of the dialogues and the selected wanted attributes controller. The selected wanted attributes controller will use the preprocessor service to preprocess the XML file or CSV file that was entered, where the preprocess service will use the XML attribute location and attribute class to make the preprocess file that the configuration controller will use. The configuration controller will convert the CSV to ARFF, which will then be passed off to the results controller, and the results controller will run the data mining and record the runtime, and the data mining service will return the results to the controller once it is all finished.
So this is the list of requirements that we tested with our software testing project. I'm not going to read each individual one, but you are more than welcome to pause the video if you would like to get a more detailed read on the requirements.
Tester requirements, we use unit and integration tests. A lot of the unit and integration tests can also be considered functional tests since they required automated clicking through the user interface to test the functionality. In total, we had 74 unit tests, 49 integration tests, and 2 performance tests. 98 of the unit and integration tests are also functional tests. If for more detail into each test case, they can be found within the report itself.
Okay, so now we ran all of the unit tests and we're looking at the branch coverage right now for them. We have to pay attention to the source main Java source folder because that's the one that's important. The other folders just hold the test cases and the main folder holds all the source code. So for branch coverage, we have 90.7%. We switch over to the statement coverage, we are at 91.6%. Okay, so we just ran the integration test, and right now we're looking at the branch coverage for the integration test. The main folder here has 91.7% branch coverage. You can see all of the classes below that. And if we switch to the statement coverage, we have 90.2% coverage for that. Okay, so this class is where the performance tests for the two data mining algorithms that we're using are. And I'll just go ahead and run this class so you can see what they output. And if we check out the console, you're able to see the start and end of each of the tests and also how long each of the tests took to run. So when you're doing performance tuning, you are able to change the code and see if your test case improved in performance or not in order to judge the performance of the algorithm.